working on the boat, trying to get the dinghy up and running. The flat tire is still flat. It's got some patches, but it's definitely got some seen some better days. So we still got to do a little bit of work on the fender. Brought this to a company, and they put a lot of sealant on there, but it honestly didn't work. So we're doing some work to the engine. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, went ahead and did an oil change yesterday. Have not filled it yet, so I still have the engine empty, but I went ahead and did some JB weld on the dipstick. You guys probably remember from the previous video how bad the dipstick tube was. So I was able to patch a couple holes. I'm going to hit it today with some sandpaper and go back through it and kind of smooth that out. So we had a recall on the engine. If you guys have a Honda 20 or I think even a 15 and has this fuel reservoir, there should be 3 little letters or numbers on there. I'll show you when I get the new one out, but this little reservoir had a recall on it because it would spill fuel. So check with your Honda dealer or call these guys here at Marine Maintenance Managers, give them your serial number, and they'll let you know if it falls under that recall. So but we're gonna get we got a new one of those. I know the engine, I feel like, has not been serviced forever, so I was pulling the lower unit, so I got the bolts out. So there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a 5th bolt right here, and then this should drop out. However, it's been a pain in the ass, so I don't think the lower unit was really ever serviced on this thing. The gear oil was pretty much black when I took that out, so once I did that, I decided, I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and do the gear oil and the lower unit and do the impeller, but still trying to get this off. So that's gonna be projects today, is get that off. Went ahead and replaced some parts that were rusty. You can kind of see that's brand new. We'll pull this back off, so because we're going to get into this area. And then today's project is going to be removing the thermostat. You can see how nasty that is. That's what corrosion will do when you don't change anodes inside your engine. So it's going to look like that. So I got to get these 2 bolts off, pull that whole assembly out, and we'll show you what that looks like. So, all right, so the new fuel reservoir kit is going to go on very similar. So it's going to have that little hole for the dipstick, so you can see all the crud from before that was on there. But that's going to go back over the dipstick tube. So I want to go ahead and smooth that back out, so get rid of all these sharp edges. So I got some sandpaper, just 100 grit, 100 or 120, nope, 100 grit, and I'm going to go ahead and just smooth that out a little bit, so when I do go to put that on, it won't be any issues. All right, so here's the kit. So this is if you need the new fuel reservoir. So one of the ways you'll be able to tell if your engine has had this service done is, notice this double hose right here on the this is the hose that's actually, I left this one on from the old one. So this hose goes to the carburetor, and then it will be replaced with this hose, but it has a double hose right down here on the bottom. So if yours doesn't have that piece right there, that's how you're going to know that this has not been done on your engine. Also, there's some markings on the actual tube itself. Let me show you that. So pull this out of here. So on the tube itself, or on the canister, is a ZY1 listed right there. So you can see that upside down a little bit right there. So there's if you can see it, but so it has ZY1 printed on there. But this is going to sit in here just like this, same way as the old one, just connects in like that, but it's going to have the double hose right here that's glued on, and then you're basically just replacing it. So this is going to go slip right over the dipstick tube, just like this one did before, but this was a recall. So this is a safety recall. Make sure you get this for your engine if you didn't get it on yours. So if you need it, or if your dealership's not familiar, here's the part number. So this is the kit. It's going to come with a little bit more than you're going to need, but there's 2 different serial numbers. So if you have a serial number you know, that's let's say lower than X number, you're going to use all the pieces. If you have a serial number later than X number, you're going to use just basically one. So I have the one that's later, so I'm really much just going to use this can. So all these other hoses are probably going to go to waste, but we'll see if they fit something that I have. I'm going to probably just use them just to replace the hoses. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure the other hose that comes in the kit goes to this the fuel pump from the filter, so we'll see if it needs to be replaced, but if not, I'm not going to do it. All right, that's what it should look like when it's all said and done. Though there is instructions as to how far it's supposed to be here with the gap, but I just want to make sure that I have enough room to remove the filter. It's not pinching the water outlet here, and I was able to get both clamps on. So this thing was a little bit tight, but I was able to get it on there, though, and it's holding now. So same thing here. So I'm going to go ahead and put some fuel in. We'll prime the system, though, but I've got a little bit more of the work that I'm doing, but definitely make sure you get that done. I think a lot of these lower units, or these older units that are smaller, that don't go into a shop all the time, this thing probably gets neglected. So there's a good chance if you have a smaller portable outboard, that has not been done. All right, so we got some good progress here. We were able to get the lower unit off, which to be honest was not as bad as I expected. So we took the you see the big pry bar down there on the ground, but we took some screwdrivers, kind of popped that in there, and then we were able to just kind of wedge it and use that 2x4 and do just a little bit of downward motion. So it wasn't actually as bad as I expected, but you can see overall, you know, we were able to get the 2 bolts out. We kind of just cracked them, to be honest, but this was the thermostat. So this is the old thermostat. You can see why I chose to just replace it. This is before we even got into it. So it is definitely just, it's toast. Like it's got a, I don't even know if the thermostat actually comes out. Like I can't actually get that to come out. So it is seized in there, something good. And then you can see all the spots where the water is supposed to go is just very heavily corroded in calcium. Lots of buildup all over. I don't even know at this point where. I think on that pin is maybe where the anode goes, but I'm gonna have to look at the manual to figure out where exactly the anode is supposed to be. So definitely made some good progress though. Got that part off, got the lower unit off. We're able to move forward. So the lower unit, I'll show you, has a little bit of an issue, so you'll have to check that for yours, but overall I'd say she's coming along and starting to look better. All right, so here is our lower unit. So you can see, let me turn this around a little bit, but you know, that is where the pump would have been. So you got the pump sits on there right on top. Let me show you. So the pump would sit on there just like that. Actually, it would be just like that. So we took this part apart, pulled this off. Surprisingly, the impeller didn't look too terrible. But what I did notice is we're missing right here, you can see where my thumb is, the little piece of, you know, the screw or the pocket that would go in. So this piece is just heavily corroded. So we're probably I'm gonna look and see what part that is, but it does look like it's a changeable part. I can remove the water pump itself, not just the impeller. So I'm definitely gonna make that change, because other than that, I mean, this thing looks pretty rough, but I feel like it's been leaking for a while, probably has went unaddressed. So we're gonna get that addressed and get that fixed. So this is the new, so this is the Honda pump with the water housing, but this is that part that we were just looking at on the engine. You know, and you can see the difference though from the one that was out. Let me pull this out of the package for you. So you can just see the difference of how clean it is versus the one I just showed you. It just needed to get addressed, because that's just terrible. So we're making pretty good progress. Got a little bit more to do. We got to put a Garmin on there. Still got that issue with the tube which I think I'm going to have a fix for it pretty soon. Then we're going to do some upholstery, and I might do something with the front bench. I'm not really sure, though. I've got some ideas for a new seat, a backrest. I'm going to put a little bit. I want to put a little bit more weight in the bow. This boat tends to pop up a little bit in the nose, but once you get the bow down, it runs really well. So we'll see. Hey, if you guys happen to get anything out of this, do me a favor, give me a like or thumbs up. We're going to be doing a few more of these videos on the Honda. Next one I'm probably going to do, we're going to clean up the corrosion in there. We're going to put the assembly back together for the thermostat, and we'll probably also do one on the lower unit itself. So click on that one on your screen, and we'll see you on the next one.